What's up, guys? My name's Kyo. I'm the founder of Izakaya Jiraku. I am here today with my mother. And today I want to talk about Tenkuni, which is my grandfather's restaurant in Ginza.
Yeah.
So there's a lot that I don't know about the restaurant as well. I kind of just started to learn about it. If you've seen my short videos, I mentioned that I come from a heritage of restaurants. Now, let's start with, what is Tenkuni?
Well, Tenkuni is the one of the older tempura restaurant, that tempura specialty restaurant that started in the Meiji era. Meiji era followed the Tokugawa Edo era, which was the Shogun time, right? So I was studied in Meiji by my great grandpa. So that's your great grandpa, I think. Okay.
And is that on your dad's side or your mom's side?
No, it was my mom's side. Okay. And then his name, the founder's name was Tsuyuki Kunio. And Kuni is a Tenkuni's Kuni. Lots of Japanese tempura restaurants say Tenkuni, Tenichi, Tenhachi, Tensada. Okay. Yeah, that was kind of thing they did.
So Kuni means land or country, right?
Yeah, but it came from his name. They used that letter of the founder name.
And then the ten is I assume from tempura.
Correct.
But I know you mentioned when I was a child, you always told me about the story about your dad renting a coach bus to take his employees on vacation, and it says Tenkuni on the side, so people mistook it for
Tengoku.
A bus going to heaven.
Tengoku, you can read Tenkuni as a Tengoku, because Japanese character, kanji character, there are many ways of reading it. And then that's one is Tengoku, which means heaven.
Right.
Yeah.
I always thought that was a funny story when I was
chata to Tengoku, heaven.
You always told me that story, and I always found that story to be really interesting. I know the restaurant's in Ginza, so it was always in the same location? Where was it started?
No, it was in Ginza, but it was started a little different. And actually, when I was still in Japan, there were two main lines of Tenkuni. One is my grandpa's side. He was the oldest son of the founder. And then there was a younger brother who had another line. So we had two lines of Tenkuni. And then the Ginza Tenkuni or Shinbashi Tenkuni was on Ginza Street Avenue, in the corner. And then we were a little further down near Kabuki Theater. Have you heard of Kabuki Theater? Japanese
I went there when I visited with you when I was 15. Well, we didn't go inside, but I believe we walked past it.
The Tenkuni, the Ginza one, the other one. My uncle. So by then, my grandpa's side, they changed the building and ran for a while, and they retired. Okay. And then, however, my father wasn't from Tsuyuki side, which is Tenkuni side. He was working for my grandpa and grandma, and after the war, the son, my mother's older brother, didn't come back from the war. I mean, he was hostaged.
Right.
Yeah, so he ended up, staying away. So my father kind of took over the business and took care of it. Understood. So that's how he ended up run the business and became the one of the owners of that land. So
it wasn't like he inherited it from his parents, but rather he was employed there and ended up taking over due to circumstances post-World War II.
Right. It was a hard time, I guess.
Right, I'm sure.
And then he wouldn't run away. I mean, he felt like, he has to help the business, so he stayed. Right. And I married my mom, so yeah. So that's why it's Shimada. My name is Shimada, and then you have a Kiyomizu Shimada Dana, not the Tsuyuki. Tsuyuki is my mom's maiden name.
Okay.
Yeah.